olwaleero yeggalawo consultations kati zimaze emyezi 2. Tutambudde ebitundu bya Uganda twatandikira kira ab'ekira we muli ng'ekitutambuza ekibiina kyaffe mumanyi nti Museveni yakisuubula nga bwe yatwala DP ne UPC. Twetambula mu Uganda wonna okubeebuuzaako tuddeeyo mu kibiina kye baasuubula tutandike ekibiina ekirala ebyebibiina tubiveeko tukole pressure group tuyingire ebimu ku ebyo Museveni byataatwalanga weebiri ebyo bye tubadde tubuuza abantu mu bitundu bya Uganda yonna gye tutambudde nga tukulemberwa kamanda waffe retired Colonel Dr. Kiiza Besigye. So olwaleero tukomyewo wano mu kibuga okumaliriza consultation ezo era ekigenda okuddirira ye delegates conference gye tuteekateeka nga August 2 bwanaaba tewaliwo kituuse tujja kuba tubabuulira. So njala nnyo bbaaniriza wano olwaleero. Ngenda kukola emirimu 2. Ogusooka ngenda kubeerayo musi owa fezi eno esembayo naye njagadde nnyo bajjukiza ebintu bino nga sinabagenda ku mulimu gwange gwe neewadde ogw'obwa MC. Okusooka, colleagues, we will be using Luganda because this is a meeting here, but we'll also be mixing with English to make sure that everybody follows. On January 26, January 26 next year, if we don't stage something dramatic, Yoweri Museveni will make 39 years in power, January next year 26. Having grabbed the power January the same day 38 years ago. In these years, the 38, Kenya has changed the presidents from Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta. Now they have William Ruto. In Tanzania, Museveni came into power when Nyerere was the president. Nyerere went, Hassan Mwinyi came and went, Benjamin Mkapa came and went, Jakaya Kikwete came and went, Pombe Magufuli died in his second term. There is now Suluhu. Those are actually almost about 6 presidents in Tanzania. Uganda is still stuck with Museveni, who officially, Museveni will be 80 years officially because he says he doesn't know when he was born. Museveni is the 3rd longest president in Africa. Obiang Nguema Mbasogo of Equatorial Guinea, who has been in power for 44 years, is the longest president both in Africa and in the world. This one is followed by Paul Biya. Paul Biya of Cameroon is 91 years old. He has been in power for 41 years. So therefore in Africa, Museveni with 39 years is the 3rd longest president in Africa. In the whole world, Museveni is number 4. His position of number 3 is taken by Cambodia's Hun Sen. The president of Cambodia is number 3 longest serving in the world. He's taken Museveni's position, so Museveni comes in number 4. Overstaying in power is the only contest both in Africa and in the world where Museveni has a medal overstaying in power. In human development, if you look at the UNDP Human Development Report, Uganda is in position 159 out of 193 countries. So the UN assessed countries in human development, and they start with the last one. So Uganda is 159. The first country was Switzerland, I think. So overstaying in power is where Museveni has won a medal. But when it comes to growing his country, in his class he is 159. Therefore, impoverishing citizens is a contest that Mr. Museveni is winning. Fighting against life presidency is the main reason the Forum for Democratic Change was formed and formally registered on Thursday, December 16, 2004. The registration certificate of FDC was picked from Electoral Commission by Honorable Jack Sabiti and Honorable Betty Kamia. You know what has happened to both. December 16, therefore, is a day on our calendar, a very big day. Next year, December 16th, FDC will make 20 years, will be 20 years. That's why when this political platform called FDC, that's when on Thursday, 16th, this political platform called FDC was registered at the time to lead the struggle against the life presidency. That was at the peak of debate in the country and in the parliament over the removal of term limit. Because if term limits had not been removed, by now we would even have forgotten that Museveni was a president, maybe those who are reading history. Eventually, you remember what happened? Museveni bribed the MPs with 5 million. They changed the constitution in 2005. 2017, Museveni bribed the NRM MPs with 200 million. They removed the age limit, and that's why we are stuck with this man. His age mate in America, Joe Biden, at 81, he said no, it is no longer possible to be a president at 81. But you can see Museveni is still swearing. I think the only power remaining in his body is swearing, I will do this to you. Peaceful transfer of power, therefore, which has eluded our country since its formation 62 years ago, is the main agenda, is the main reason why the FDC was formed. Please don't be deceived. There are people who are now thinking that maybe because of his age, maybe he's about to go, he's about to die. African leaders are very difficult. I have told you, Paul Biya, at 91 years, he has announced he will contest the next election in 2026 at 91. He will be 93. Paul Biya of Cameroon is 91 years. But he has said, I will contest the next election in 2026. So even this Museveni, if there is still some energy in him, he will still want to contest. Mugabe, until he was stopped at 91, he wanted to continue. So you, the younger people who think maybe the man has become very old, is about to go, please, Museveni does not want to go. We have to remove him. And why it is very important and very urgent today, we have just started the financial year. You recently saw him quarreling over budget. Next financial year, we will, as a country, projected to collect 31 trillion shilling taxes from all of you. 31. But the debt that is due to be paid the next financial year, the debt is 34 trillion. So Uganda will collect 31 trillion, but it has a debt that is due to be paid next financial year of 34 trillion, which means the rest of the money is going to be borrowed. So Mr. Museveni has contracted a debt now of 97 trillion. which is 52% of your total wealth, what they call GDP as a country. And when Museveni collects this money, this is what he does with it. And I am concluding. I wanted to give you that background for you to understand why we are here. This financial year, Museveni has given Magora Matthias, you know that guy who said he's going to produce a vaccine for COVID. So far, Museveni has given him 723 billion. That is establishing a pharmaceutical factory. Museveni so far has given Pineti 476 billion that he's constructing a specialized hospital at Ruo. Museveni has given Amena 553 billion that he's constructing a sugar factory in Amur. Museveni has given Professor Moranga 120 billion that she's constructing a factory to process banana in Bushenyi. It's just giving you money, your money. Museveni has given his son-in-law Wabo, whose duty is to teach Uganda how to drink coffee and to export it. So far, 105 billion. Museveni has given Kira Motors 312 billion that they are going to produce electric buses. For 5 years, they have produced only 20, but they have taken 312 billion. In the budget, Museveni went and invaded Congo. His brother Salim Sare, Kazini, Surasemakula, and others looted gold and timber from Congo. Congo went to court. Uganda was fined 325 million US dollar, which is 1.2 trillion. Every year now, we are budgeting money to pay Congo. Last financial year, we paid 248 billion. And then you hear Museveni on TV that is fighting corruption. I think if you are a student and I'm your teacher and I ask you to define corruption and you don't add the word Museveni there, I'll give you 0. If I am your teacher. I think everybody now in class, when they ask you what is corruption, if you put Museveni, I give you 100%. The rest you can leave. But that old man is on TV, I am fighting corruption, I am fighting corruption. We are paying Congo 1.2 trillion because his brother Salim Sare, Kazini, Surasemakula, and others looted Congo's gold and timber. And all of you are being made to pay Congo 1.2 trillion. And this is the money that we are budgeting every year. I therefore wanted you FDC leaders and members to know why we are in this fight. As Museveni is aging, he's preparing his family to continue with the family rule. You've seen his son. How stupid are we that we allowed Museveni to appoint his wife with suspicious academic qualification to be the Minister for Education? How stupid are we? That Museveni appointed his son to lead the military. And younger people, I don't want to discourage you. In fact, me, I will join you tomorrow as you march to Parliament. But you must understand what you are marching against. I have told people, when the banana wilt disease came here, we are told by the experts that if you want to fight it, you remove the whole stem, the whole banana. These examples you see at Parliament, in the judiciary, everywhere, it is like when you see when you see a banana leaf turning yellow. So you can pick a knife and cut it, but the disease will remain. So the marching of Parliament, I encourage it, should continue. But the marching should be where Museveni is, whether Rwakitura, whether Entebbe, because that is the banana wilt disease killing the country. So these banana leaves turning yellow, those ones you can cut, but the disease will remain. Therefore, this meeting today should know that if you read the budget of Uganda, in this budget, Museveni is dedicating secretly 2,800 students. Nobody knows who they are. No wonder when you meet police now and the military, the senior commanders speak one language because they are beneficiary of this. In 2000, Dr. Besigye spoke about this during a radio talk show in Mbarara. I think it was Radio West. He was wondering why Museveni was operating a school in Lake Mburu. That school, Kanyarevi Primary School, where people who were being admitted were of the same ethnic group. He now has another one in Gomba. These graduates are the ones you see the police tear gassing us and beating us. So the man has been preparing that when he dies, then his family and clansmen should take over Uganda. Nolo chabali wano lwaero, njagadde kwa background eyo, temwerabya lwaki tuli wano. FDC on Thursday ku Lwokuna nga 16 2024 we registering ng'ekibiina. Nge omulimu gwayo mukulu kubanga mu Uganda okumala emyaka 6 kati mu 2 tetubeerangayo na kukyusa bukulembeze mirembe. Ida wakulembeze kati Museveni namba 3 mu Africa ku bantu abalemedde mu buyinza mu nsi yonna namba 4. Ate nga bakulembeze ba Africa bafaananga Museveni. Nebo sulanga osite ebigere tebaagala kuva mu ntebe bakujjamu na kifuba. Kati Paulo Biya amagambi wa Cameroon ayina emyaka 9 naye yaggyeyo foomu ayagala kwesimbawo mu 2006 nga ayina emyaka 93. Sobola Museveni ng'ali ku TV aboggola. Ye tamanyi nti Museveni yafuuka ekizibu alinganga banana wilt disease. Tulina kufuna bitiyo na nkumbi kumusimula mu ttaka eggwanga lino okufuna emirembe. Mwabalowooza nti emyaka banne balina emyaka egifaanaga teri yagala kugenda. So nyagadde nnyo okuba background eyo ng'omuntu gwe mwalonda okwogerera FDC ebbanga lino lyonna. Then ndyoke mpite abagenda okwogera olwaleero. Tujja kutwala ekiseera kitono wano ekituleeseewo eno meeting esembyeyo okwebuuza ku bana FDC ku nsonga ze nabamenyedde mu ntandikwa. Nze nababuliranga nze omu nti FDC nali nkyagirimu kiseera naye obunaatuukira omwaka ogujja tebasobola kuntundira muliyale kubanga omuntu gwe batundidde mu nju naawe n'osigala omwo naye mwesaagala kubaba yasinga muli wano buli omu ajja kwogera ensonga ze. Njagala tugenda kuba n'abogezi batono meeting eno tusobole ogimala ng'obudde.
Eno tiimu gyenyumidde naye wano olwaleero ye tiimu yaorganizinze omukolo guno okulabika nti gubaawo. Neebaza mwebale nnyo okubeera bakozi ddala okubeera nti tutuuse okuggusa olunaku luno olwaleero.
As Honorable Semuju said, I've traveled all over the country doing consultations with Chairman and our President Besigye, and we are whining today in Kampala. I moved and I saw hunger in people across country. It's unfortunate that these people who have started giving people beer and food, they did not recognize the pain Uganda suffered under this party. So I think here in Buganda, I want to challenge you. I will not speak like I've been speaking in Agago, Arua, and where. First of all, I want to register my disappointment. In the last National Council, when Nandala blocked Lukwago from accessing Najana Kumbi. And I think Lukwago is, Lukwago is a Lord Mayor of Kampala. I wondered how can a foreigner come and block you in your district? In Agago cannot happen Lukwago, it will never. Because unless we tell these people that you own here, they will take you away. And when I say youth putting red ribbon, and I saw malnourished youth, Nandala carry them from Bale, and they were in Katonga, no, Najana Kumbi. And I saw you are well-fed people. What happened? Let me ask this question. Where were you by that time? Because these people were teaching us hooligan, and we allowed them, and now they have carried away. But that is my message, that if you must take this struggle very seriously, because if we don't take it seriously, we end up out, and how we have ended up here. So Museveni stayed in Kampala and Buganda, and you have hosted him for the 35 years. 40, he's coming to 40. We will only come and help you to remove him, but you must start the process. Nobody can come from Agago Gulu and remove Museveni if you don't initiate it. Because we have to pass by Luero, Nakasonkola, Bombo to reach here. So if you don't join us, we will be walking like pilgrim who's going to Namugongo. So no, there will be no use. So I want all leaders who are in Buganda to begin struggle to liberate Uganda. We will help you. Unfortunately, in Buganda, there are people who are fighting for positions, and there are those who want to liberate the country. So you are divided. And for me, I don't fear to tell people. I saw crowd basically full in 2001 and 96. In 2006, in Kitgum. I've never seen that crowd anywhere. Because the whole of Kitgum was full, and I've never seen that population ever, and it will never be there. Even in 2016, people were not there. So when I see some leader in Buganda being mistaken with this crowd, they should go and ask Besigye what happened. So we must lay the strategy on how to remove Museveni. And we are here. So you must be hungry. My message is not to please you. What will I gain with pleasing you? Some of you had come here without taking breakfast. You don't even have milk. Your children is staying at home. They have not gone to school where my students studied. My children study in one of the best schools in Uganda. But you has not. So when you are here playing with Museveni, when their children goes out, then you said, okay, we are there. You must be hungry to remove Museveni from power. If you are not hungry, you don't come here. Okay? There are those who eat 4 or 5 a day, they are okay. But will you eat once a day? I listened the other day when Museveni said that for those who had, there's no compensation for people who build in wetland. But even when God created man, he gave him power all over everything. I think you need to read more Bibles. We are in control of everything. You must take human number one, then the rest can follow. So, Uganda, Baganda, be serious. You hosted Museveni in Luero for 5 years. You must also help us to make sure it's removed. You must encounter fear, intimidation, money, and then be resistant and fight for a cause. That is why I'm here. Mr. Chairman and Chemudi, I don't want to talk much. These are my messages, that Baganda gets serious. And I want to thank, in fact, I want to thank the leadership of Western Uganda, especially Chairman Katembea, the Buchenyi, and then Sema. They were with us all over, and they even went up to Acholi. And I want to thank my brother, Chemuju, and then Chairman Ronald Kajenda. Those, and then Honorable Mijuke. At least they had moved. I think these are people who have country at us. Because we move, we don't get money from anywhere, but we make sure we visit and reach wherever we have to. And I thank the chairman. I told the chairman of Tororo who is here. Chairman, you are most welcome. So Baganda, it is up to you. For us, we only come to help you. The jigger is in your toes. You must start removing it. We will help you to remove it. May God bless all of you.
Bahiro bange, abenansa na municipality. Bahiro bange, abacha Dondo East. Bahiro bange, abachira municipality. Bahiro bange, aba Busiro East. Bahiro bange, aba Kyadondo mini Busiro North, Busiro South, bahiro bange abantebe municipality, bahiro bange aba Machinde Sabagabo. Mukuliko olutalo kubanga mmwe wano banoonya bahiro naye mwe muli wano. Mukimanyi nti abantu abaagala bitafutafu wano tebaliiwo. Mwalese emirimu gyammwe, abaana bammwe tebalina school fees, tebalina ki, naye muli wano. Mwekubireko mu ngalo banaye. Nja kwogerako bampadde dakiika emu. Mu district yange mulimu abantu babiri. Waliwo abaagala ekibiina ekipya, consultation yange eya Wakiso district. Naye waliwo abalala baagala kisinde. Bali aba babiri. N'olwekyo nze mbadde ndowooza tebintu ebyo byonna tulabe engeri gye tubigattamu tutambuze ekintu. Nange nkyabawadde emyaka gyange 2, ndwanya nammwe naye nkyalinayo emirala 2 nga mukama wange bwe yagamba. Wano wenyagala kusiimira chairman Birugwa, omusajja omukulu alwanya olutalo n'amalako neyanziza owekitiibwa Birugwa. Kakati ndinda olunaku Augusta 2nd tusalewo ekyokukola. Ebintu byonna mubimanyi, twetaaga okukola omulimu omuyonjo gw'okununula ensi yaffe. Wadde nafuna ekizibu mu district yange temumanyi, naye njagala twetereze tununule ensi eno bwebanga gwe mulimu gwaffe. Nandibadde nyina bingi byokwogera naye obudde tulina butono. Njagala kubasiima omulundi ogwokubiri. Mwebalire nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Balowooza nti batamiivu, tetuli batamiivu, tutegeera. Nga mbaliriza abakyala bano tugenda bayimbirayo akayimba katono kagamba nti